for His Excellency the Vice President is trending. Now trending or trending in and say video be oka say as I say on minor churches.
Church and taxes. Are we going to tax churches? We should rather be paying them rather than they paying us.
Yeah, and sorry ewo on my way munu and say ye tax mo ewo kwan bia so na enkowi achiri no watwa ne ho abeka say yes na eye joke.
What?
Yes, you've heard me right. Osina odi agro.
Welcome to GH Celebrity News.
Ghana hanom no enti yebenya omampanyini a obeba beka no krepa ani because anoedin nsema eboboba no anoedin fi say so hwe MPP aban a etiso en MPP aban a opeso oba in fact ensusoye kakrep kra enimu fi say nanado a oye omampanyini ono na ye chief driver. Yes, na chese watete ne mate ye pa a Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, our vice president.
Church and taxes. Are we going to tax churches? We should rather be paying them rather than they paying us.
Oh my God! Wow!
So at that point, I was joking.
What?
I was joking.
Damn!
And I said, oh, people are talking about taxing churches. I don't believe, and we will not tax churches.
His Excellency the Vice President okopiem ewo meeting biase sorry leaders some of the clergies ebisa ne say na ayebia se oba power oba taxe church na ana no se dabi ense se ye be taxe church no na ese se ye mum ene betwa churches no ehoka efi say the role a omo play ewo development ewo oman way so no enti ese se oman mum na betwa churches no but enye se oman ne be taxe omo bia enti video ne start say echo rounds no Ghana for you see there's one thing about this coming election no say you be vote it depending your credibility for the past a bit determine what the voters will tune into their mind. I be vote. Na nye boshe akasia ubeba be boshe. Alright, enti video started go round no. And a man for started raise a question. Na nye the same Bawumia or promise one district, one factory. A man for started almost question omo ho video no with regards to at least say Bosha the current government and now was shepopa one man so if you say almost shepoa to the point that ya share yankopon bo ye deny adanko da adwe e wo kwan bia so edifa the cathedral issue cathedral na ya share yankopon abo and say yantimandi so how much more say on my man yankopon a yen hu no kra ya share ne boy yandi so what you say and the man for started a raise question and concerns on this issue no na what baba ntina abeka no ade no said the economy mbe yi ano na ade no na ya agro na midi mamon fa ne serious bia na asa raise more issues e wo abef ntintan because you see ama obi ahun say this government is all about nada and atro. So what you say? All right. Now, sa videos ni yina ye wo. Sa videos ni yina wo ha. Yebe kwa kutie emunsem na yaji enchiremu ewo ekwan bia so. All right. Enti message say we new I make so say we subscribe to GX Celebrity News. Turn on the notification bell and give a thumbs up for this video. Enti mo yakọ video no. Yebe to aso.
Then the question is church and taxes. Are we going to tax churches? My view on this is simple. In fact, that's why I say that if you share a Juma church ayeno, in fact, we should rather be paying them rather than they paying us. Unless you don't understand the work the church has done. If you're looking at the buildings, the way they try to keep the society together, the universities, the hospitals, the schools, it's massive. It's just massive. Many churches have hundreds of schools. Massive. So I don't see, and I will not have a situation where we are taxing churches. We rather want to give churches incentives to support what government is doing. I want us to be partners in the way that the development partners are with us. You are our domestic development partners, and we will give you incentives to do more. I also want to have a golden age of a relationship between government and the church and faith-based organizations. I believe, and I said this the other day when I was, I think, in Bono region or so, when I met the clergy, I said that the church is the foremost development partner of government. Is the foremost development partner of government. The church and faith-based organizations. Why do I say so? You look at the number of schools the churches have built. Look at the number of hospitals the churches have built. Look at the number of universities the churches have built and the faith-based organizations have built. Look at the number of people the churches and faith-based organizations take care of on a daily basis. Can you imagine, just take a thought for a moment, that you wake up tomorrow and all the schools, universities, and hospitals the churches have built disappear? They just disappear. How would Ghana be like? Ghana will collapse, isn't it? We will not survive in this sort of situation because there will be chaos. You see, so at that point I was joking, and I said, "Oh, people are talking about taxing churches. I don't believe, and we will not tax churches, because if you look at the work the churches have done, then I was joking, then maybe we should have actually paid them for what they did, not really trying to tax them. But I wasn't really saying we should pay churches. No, I'm saying that we should give incentives to churches to do more. When we talk about our external development partners, we are giving them all sorts of import exemptions. But when we talk about our internal development partners like the churches or faith-based institutions, we don't give them any exemptions. But they do more in terms of development than many of our external development partners. So I'm saying that we should do more in the area of incentives, such as tax exemptions on import duties when you are coming in to build hospitals or schools and so on, to support the churches and the other faith-based organizations, because they are supporting government. And that is why I made that point. And I want that relationship, I call it a golden age, between the church and the state, because the church has so many intellectuals, and we need to get closer across the faith-based organizations and so on, and we can speak a lot about values in our society, the lack of which causes us problems. And we can start discussing these right from primary school and so on. And so that's the sort of relationship I want us to have with the church, to have a discussion on the management of our schools and so on, which they have a lot of things to do in them.
Inti atefo se oko abefontentan so a, some people are actually confirming and confessing that This is why His Excellency the Vice President should be called Bawumia. Yes, Bawumia, not Bawumia. This is so asomo. This country called Ghana. Re yina ye wa hanom. Ye behwe se de abato no ebesi akọ. Ye se agro ne form. So ade ase. Nti ye behwe se de agro no besi akọ. Na wohwe sa gentleman no otinachi. There were two gentlemen sitting behind Bawumia. Yeah, all speaking to the point of all tuned to the point that Obeka said, I was joking. No? Looking at that gentleman wearing the wine or red color, no, red shirt, no. So what I say? At that point, you know, they no all body didn't come in. No shape Bawumia, no shape, no shine shape or shine shape. So what I say? Because a sitting vice president, utimi can asem adiante so enflama faso, utimi ba bontin say now we dia there. Then this country is a joke. It's a joke. I support that. I mean, Honorable Kennedy Japan. Also, this country is a joke. All right, I tell you for Sama ebo ban no na woko abefronte dan so ye poso ana ye poso Bawumia se oye Bawumia na nye Bawumia fi se sama okeka no ensisi su papa ewo kwan bia so. All right, amanfo ewo abefronte dan so ye dia kunu su wa fi se ono ana sem na akoyinika ewo kwan bi so. All right, it's a high GX Celebrity News. Bringing the best news to your doorstep. All right, so you know, make sure to subscribe to GX Celebrity News. Turn on the notification bell and give a thumbs up for this video. Chewa jene adventure air free. Na ebema agronimu ayede ewo comment section answer. All right, midim besia. Here.
Subscribe to my channel and also press this bell icon.